Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. So last time, we defeated Necrozma in the alternate dimension, and we saved the world, I guess. For all the talking that this game likes to do is a little bit anticlimactic, I have to say. I apparently don't want to go in here. Today I'm looking for Mina, because Mina is apparently the final captain who I'm supposed to fight. I think it's final. I think I fought 7 already, so that would make Mina the last one. She lives somewhere in Seafolk Village on the right side over here. It was one of these fish house things. Let's go in here. And, alright, so here you are. So we're gonna go talk to you. I take it you're ready to take my trial, right? You did come to my house, like I said, after all. That's not why I'm here. You seem confused. So we're gonna go and take this trial, and what are we gonna do in here? We're gonna have to, like, paint a picture or something. Let the trial of Mina begin. I guess I've got to tell you what you need to do. You have to battle me. Well, that's unusually straightforward, so I still have Birdbrain out front, I think. And, let's see, what actual type are you gonna be? I think you gave me the Fairy MZ in original Sun and Moon. And you just, like, sort of showed up at the end and handed it over. Anyway, that's a Mawile, and I, can't paralyze Mawile. You have Intimidate, which is gonna lower my attack. That's not really gonna matter. I'm gonna toss out some Stealth Rocks and then switch out to somebody else. You're gonna use Sucker Punch. And that's just gonna put a little bit of a dent in whoever decides to come in after Mawile. Let's see. We can go and switch out to... Look, Vakor has a Steel-type move. I can use that. Pico has a Fire-type move. Will be good against Mawile, I think. So we're gonna go switch out to Pico. And... let me see. You're gonna use Sucker Punch again? That's not really gonna work. I am part Dark, so Sucker Punch isn't really gonna, like, do anything to me. Play Rough. That should be a neutral hit. That shouldn't do too much. Alright, about a third. And Fire Fang chose to miss. Alright, I forgot Fire Fang could miss. That's kind of annoying. So let's go and... when am I gonna learn, like, Flare Blitz or something, by the way? Like, something that looks like Incineroar has to learn Flare Blitz, right? Like, there's no way that I can't learn... anyway. This puts me in a bit of a bind, because I am slower and I will not survive another one of those, and I don't really feel like using items. So, let me see. I think maybe should I switch into Vakor and just use Flash Cannon? Oh no, you're going to use Play Rough, and Vakor is going to be weak to Fairy. That was probably really kind of stupid. Alright. Unfortunately, Play Rough has a chance of missing, and you did not miss. Am I going to be faster? I might be faster. Nope, you're still faster. Wow, okay. So that's not ideal. I can bring Birdbrain back in. Gon Lahas maybe can take a Play Rough, and we can just get off of something. I could always switch back to Birdbrain and just sponge hits attack with, like, Roar and stuff and swoop you over the entry hazards. Earthquake is the only real choice I have here. You're gonna use Sucker Punch and not... interesting. Well, so that's gonna take Mawile down. And... let's see, what do you have next? I can't really think of any Fairy types off the top of my head. Granbull is up next. I guess that would make sense. We did see some Granbull outside, in the route outside. Your Intimidate is going to lower my attack. I think that would be as fine of a time as any to get out of here. I really wish I didn't just let Vakor go down. That would have, probably saved me quite a bit of trouble. Birdbrain. You're probably going to Play Rough or something, too. We can switch out to Birdbrain and see what Birdbrain does. I love this battle scene, by the way, that's just Mina's house. Play Rough. And it looks... it's not like an exact map of the actual, like, overworld map, but it's reasonably close. Oh, I don't have Roar. I replaced that with Toxic, that's right. I mean, I could Toxic Poison you. And waste time with Fly. Stone Edge, interesting. But yeah, we see, like, the pictures on the wall. We see, like, that privacy screen thing. We see those shells and whatnot that she has. So you're gonna go and be badly poisoned, and should I, like... stall by switching in Gon Lahas who resists Stone Edge or something like that? We can just avoid the attack. I wonder what the chance of Would this be a good time for a Giga Drain? I think it will be. I wonder what the chance of, oh god, where was I gonna go with that? I cannot remember in the slightest where I was gonna go with that. Anyway, Granbull is going to take some damage from poison, and we're going to go and use one more Giga Drain, which honestly did more damage to you than I thought it was going to. So, I'll take that. I'll be healed back to full health, and Granbull is gonna go down, and your last Pokemon is... Rimberry. Okay. Evolved form of Cutiefly. And I think Stone Edge here is going to be the best thing that I can do to you. You're going to use the Fairy-type Z-move. And that is going to probably hurt. Twinkle Tackle. That's an incredible name if ever I heard one. Alright, let's see how much damage that does. Probably a lot. Alright, bye, Gonlahas. So, that could have gone better. You're faster than Gonlahas. You'll probably be faster than Fusroda, right? So there's no point switching you in, Mr. 4 times weak to Fairy, or Ms. 4 times weak to Fairy. Speed 110, speed 112. So yeah, if you can outspeed Gon, you can outspeed Fus. So we're not doing that. Bird Brain is probably the next best option here. Let's see. I can do things like Toxic You. I can do things like hit you with Fly. Fly being super effective here. You're going to use Dazzling Gleam, which I am going to survive. That didn't really do much. And... boy, I don't think I can survive another one, unfortunately. And there's going to be like 5 turns until you go down to Toxic Poison, so... might be a spot of trouble there. What's Pico's speed stat look like? 83, so you're going to be faster than Pico. My team is really not that fast. You're going to be faster than Pico. I'm going to use Fly just to see if I can survive or to see if you decide to do something stupid. Neither of which happened. So instead of stalling for 2 turns on Toxic, we're just going to stall for 1. Pico... unfortunately, I want Struan to get the experience because you still haven't evolved yet. Unfortunately, Pico is probably not going to survive a Dazzling Gleam either, and I'm definitely not going to outspeed. I'll use a Fire Fang. Pollen Puff. What on earth is that? I have no idea what that is. It's probably another Fairy-type move. However, I know I can get some damage on you with Extreme Speed, and I don't think it'll be enough to take down this Rimberry here, and you can probably kill me with any of the moves that you have. Oh no, it was enough to take you down. Okay, so we're just gonna do that, and Struna's gonna get credit for most of that experience too. Neat. So we defeated Captain Mina. Alright, I thought I was gonna have to let you go down on the Toxic Poison, and then Fusroda is the one who was gonna get all the experience from that, but no. Alright. Looks like you had some kind of island challenge. Since you managed to beat me, though, I'll give you this pink petal as proof. I swear to God, I thought that was a dagger. Alright. So we're gonna go and put that away. And we've only begun the real trial. Now you have to go around all the captains in Alola and get a petal from each one of them. Okay. So... here, the trial, like, gimmick is happening after the battle. That's interesting. So... let me run through this in my head. On Akala Island, where's my stylus? And then, now it's on the floor. On Akala Island, or on Melee Island, there was a trial up here, correct? I think there was. I think that's where Elima's was. I guess I'll fly there. I should also heal at the Pokemon Center because my team is extremely beat up right now. Let me see. Do I have to do them in order, or can I just, like, visit these guys in any order? Anyway, so do I have to go and, like, find these guys in order, or can I do them in any order? Actually, you know what? Elima doesn't, like, live here, right? So, do I have to go to his house instead in Hyoli City? Is that where I have to go? Hang on. Okay, so I definitely probably kind of just wasted a lot of time because I see that the flag on the map is actually still here. Do I have to talk to you again? He's usually en route to you. That is where oh, so I do have to go in Verdant Cavern? My brain is not big enough for this. Oh, come on. We're still doing this? So, we're gonna try really hard to avoid... I really do not like this design decision. So... Can I avoid that one? I don't think I have to actually go close to those last two, so I think I can just... Alright, fine. I have a repel on, by the way. It's not useful against that kind of Pokemon. So... Let's see. Alima is not out here. Can I Taurus charge through this? Have I actually ever Taurus charged through this? Do I know what's up here? There's a TM. This is TM46 Thief. Okay, interesting Dark-type move. Not something I think I really have a place for on my team, but thank you all the same. Alima is not here. Oh, did Mina just say that he was en route to somewhere? And not, like, in actual Verdant Cavern? Because if that's the case, I might have just wasted even more of my time. Yes, we're gonna put another repel on. That's my last max repel, I think. But there is, I do have a bunch more regular repels. Alright, so we're gonna dismount, and I kind of want to change the time on my 3DS so that I'm not looking at this game at night when I'm playing this during the day. In that case, where would he be? I don't know. Am I just gonna have to run all the way up and down? Really? If these field encounters at least, like, scaled with my level, I'd still be annoyed, but I wouldn't be this annoyed. But now, like, they're level 10s. They're things that I would have been fighting back in, like, episode 3. This is Route 3. He's not gonna be here. Is he gonna be, like, by the beginning of the route? Is he gonna be, like, by the beach? Is he surfing? The other thing that would make me less annoyed about those field encounters is if, like, it was actually possible to avoid them. But they're so much faster than you that if you walk within a certain radius of them, they're basically guaranteed to get into a fight with you. This is the Berry House, I think. And it's not possible to avoid them by, like, going around them or changing direction or anything like that. You're basically just guaranteed to get into a fight if you get close enough, which really feels like a waste of time. I think in future games they did fix this, like in Sword and Shield onwards, or Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee onwards. If you try to get into or avoid getting into a fight with something like that, then you could just, like, not do it if you didn't want to. But no! I didn't even get close to that one. That one was barely on my screen and it got into a fight with me anyway. Okay, seriously, where is this guy? He was not on Route 2. He definitely was not in Verdant Cavern. Ask the trial guide? You mean the guy who is in the back of Verdant Cavern? You mean I have to go through there again? Can I sneak past you by walking slowly? No, I can't. Alright, mister. Yeah, where's Alima? He's off in Hyrule Cemetery right now. Do I have an escape rope? Can I escape rope out of here? Can I, like, not have to run through this place? Alright, so we're finally out of that stupid place, and we've got a Decidueye. I know you're happy we beat Alima and all, but we still gotta wait for me. Oh, hey, Drago, I heard news from Gladion, you know? Savior of Alola, huh? I'm glad I got to sit out on my Island Challenge together with such an awesome trainer. But I'm not slacking off either. It's good to have fun in battle, sure, but losing a battle because all you're really doing is having fun is, well... You can't let down your Pokemon when they're fighting their hardest for you, now can you? Right, Decidueye? I know you want to win, and I'm gonna make sure it happens. And here, have a Max Elixir. You go ahead and use one when battle is dragging on and on. Alright, so we're not gonna fight? I was kind of hoping that we were. Alright, so when we're both done with our island challenges, we should have a serious battle, you and me. You know how to do those? Pokemon and the trainers have got to have their hearts in the same place if they're gonna win a battle. That's the way to really have a blast together. Alright, so Lima is, I assume, going to be in here somewhere. Here you are, got Mr. Guy with a, like, purplish-orange hair. Greetings, Captain Lima here. Seems that you've collected a great number of Z-crystals, Drago. You are positively shining. Yes, it's important to always shine. You know, I'm a traveler. I've traveled the world since I was young with my mother. She's an actress on the stage, you see. In doing so, I came to realize something. I realized how beautiful my mother was when she dedicated herself completely to the role she was performing on stage. Yes, it is moving to see such a complete dedication to anything. The brilliance of Z-crystals to the gleam of totem stickers. In my role as captain, I just want to do my part to make everyone shine. But let's set all of that aside. You're here for Mina's trial. Then allow me to check just how strong you have become. Okay, so is this going to be like a series of rematches against the past captains? Because I'm down for that. In a sense, the trial is, for me as well, a trial to see if the strategy that I've thought up will work. It probably won't, if we're being honest. You're a normal type captain, and I have a Skarmory. It's probably not going to go very far. So, Captain Alima is going to rematch us, and you're going to send out a Gumshoes, alright? Don't think that can really do very much to me. That's alright. I'm going to go and probably start off by poisoning you, and then we're going to go and follow that up by stealth rocking you, and then his entire team is going to have to switch in over the rocks. So, let's see. Gumshoes is going to go and get poisoned. You're going to use Crunch, which isn't going to do much. Alright, that's a good solid 6 at KO right there. I'm going to not really think about that and use Stealth Rocks like I said. And I guess after that I'll just stall a couple turns of poison with Fly. Yeah, you keep using Crunch on me. That's, alright, maybe a 5 at KO, not a 6 at KO. Either way, we're going to have that toxic damage start to stack up pretty quickly, and let's see. I don't know if I really need to do another one here, or if it'll be time to switch out to like Pico or something. Ooh, are you gonna be in healing range after this? Should I worry about that? I'm gonna go switch out to Pico. And if you heal, then Pico's just gonna deal with you, and if you don't heal, then, well, the poison is gonna deal with you. Alright, so you're not gonna heal. We're going to go and switch into a Crunch that did about as much to Pico as it did to Bird Brain, and Gumshoes is going down. Alright. So that's gonna be some experience. This will set off the amulet coin. I'll get some money from this. Smeargle, interesting. As long as you don't have Spore, I think I'm good. And if you had a Focus Sash, I guess that's one option. It's not going to do very much because Smeargle's offenses are pretty bad. If you're going to teach moves to a Smeargle, they should be utility moves. Some people like do the Spore substitute thing and the Baton Pass thing. Some people use it for like general miscellaneous like Status Affliction, entry hazards, that kind of thing. But Pico is going to grow to level 51. And Gonlahas is going to grow to level 51. And you're going to send in Kamala. Alright, so does Kamala not evolve into anything? I thought Kamala evolved into something. But if you have it at this point in the game, I guess maybe it doesn't? Having an unevolved Pokemon like this late in the game seems like a very, like, Gen 1, Gen 2 thing to do. Alright, so what are you going to use on me? Like Z Tackle? Breakneck Blitz? I thought that was a Rock-type move. Is that a normal type move? I guess it is if you're using it. Anyway, Pico's going down. Sorry, Pico. Everyone else is going to share the experience. Oh no, you're not dead yet. Right, so we're just going to go bring in Stroon, and Stroon is so close to level 50. You're going to use Extreme Speed, and that's going to be it for Kamala. Alright, so Kamala's going down. And we have defeated Captain Alima, so Stroon is finally going to grow to level 50. I have half in mind if I have 5 rare candies to just use them on you now. So that we can finally evolve. Anyway, you're going to give me money, and we're going to be on our way. You and your Pokemon have become quite a delightful team. Please take this orange petal. It has a definite warmth to it, not just like me. Alright, so you're going to give us another color of the rainbow, and I take it that there are going to be 8 of these, and wouldn't you like to see what happens when you collect all 7? Okay, fine, 7 of them. You know, Hao has been out on Mahalo Trail doing nothing but training and has improved a great deal. For now, though, shall I see you to the next captain? I kind of want to battle How again. I'm going to head out to Mahalo Trail and see if I can fight him. So, let's see. The fastest way to do that, I think, is going to be to fly, probably honestly home, heal at Mom's house, and then head out down by the professor's lab. Hi, Mom. It's been like 50 videos. Take a Pokeball, too. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so as it turns out, I, in fact, do not know where anything is. I went to 10 Carat Hill before remembering that, before realizing that I was in the wrong place. Mahalo Trail is here. This is where Lily had that little encounter with the Spearow. But are we gonna find How anywhere on here? I don't think I really need one at this moment. Are we going to find How anywhere in here? It's not anywhere on the slope. It's not over here. I see Lily. Okay. Oh, hello. Drago, I've been wanting to thank you for saving Nebby that day. Nebby, you came here from very far away, didn't you? I'm glad that I could take you with me, that you got to experience the journey together. Drago, I know this may be sudden, but I hope you will consider what I ask of you. I want to entrust Nebby to you. I think Nebby should be with Necrozma. From what I've heard, Necrozma would not suffer as much or ache for the light if it can remain close to Nebby. And I think it'd be best if they'd both stayed together with you. I don't have Necrozma, Nebby. I mean, Lily. I assume that I will eventually be able to catch Necrozma. I don't know if that's going to be probably a post-game thing. But I think you might be getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Wait, are you going to... Oh, you want me to fight? Okay, I thought you were just gonna give me a legendary Pokemon, which seems like a bit of a odd way to do things, but apparently not. But I don't see How here. So I don't want to do this now. My strategy for catching legendary Pokemon, as with many things, is gonna be to paralyze you with Strewn Bakro over here, and Strewn Bakro still has 5 levels to go before an evolution, so I think that's gonna have to wait. But I'll make a note to come back here. Why was I told that How was training out here, though? Because he's obviously not here now. And I guess a hint to go talk to Lily would have been in order, but, like, he could have just said to go talk to Lily on Mahalo Trail instead. Is there more to Mahalo Trail that I haven't seen yet? This is a very weird hint. Alright, anyway. So I think I'm going to want to go back to Mina. And if this is going to become a Holo Fetch quest, I don't want to do this all in this video. Brooklet Hill. Okay, so Mallow is going to... You're just going to give me hints. You're not going to, like, accept the orange petal or anything. I think I'm going to end this off here. So next time... It feels really weird to be flying back to Akala Island for reasons other than visiting the Name Raider. Next time, we're going to continue this little side quest, and we're going to head off to Brooklet Hill, which I believe is over here. Yeah, it's over there. And we'll see what this final trial entails. If I get to rematch all the previous captains, or if there's something else that's going to go on. Or something like that. My name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.